Hello, yes, welcome to QTP functional testing videos. Myself Uday. QTP supports three types of recording modes. One is normal recording mode, which I covered in my previous video. In this video, I am covering analog recording mode, and in my next video, I will be covering low-level recording mode. Alright, so let's look into what is analog recording mode. Alright, so analog recording mode is something where you might perform some operations where you will be needing like exact mouse movements, alright, that you perform in your applications. For example, this mode is useful when QTP cannot record at an object level like signatures and drawing applications. For example, when you put some signature, right, where you will be needing the exact mouse movements, right, in those situations it is advisable to record your steps in analog recording mode. Alright, so let me show with example. Alright, so here I have my flight reservation here, Mercury and pass Mercury. Okay, this I just want to start from opening an order. Alright, what I'm doing here is I'm just opening one order. Alright, clicking file, open order. I'm giving order number as 1. Once the order is opened, I would like to fax this order. Alright, where I am entering the fax number as 1234569 and for example, say if I record it in a normal recording mode, right, see how it goes. So I need to put my signature here because the signature part where I need my exact mouse movements. Alright, once I am done with it, I am just clicking on the send button. Okay, and after that I am stopping my recording. Alright, because now this is whatever the signature part is, right, that where I will be needing exact mouse movement, right. So during that time, during those situations, it is advisable to record using analog, but at this moment I have recorded the script in a normal recording mode. Let's see whether it will, if I record normal recording mode, whether it works properly or not. Alright, so let me execute this script. As you can see, it opened. This is the sign which I have entered? No, right? So it doesn't, like, when you record it in a normal recording mode, it doesn't move the mouse exactly the way that we have recorded. Alright, so in order to overcome that problem, what you have to do is you have to use the analog recording mode where it keeps track of exact mouse movements. Alright, let me record the same thing with analog record mode. Alright, so let me record it. So I will record in a normal recording mode until I enter the fax number. The digital signature part I will move to analog recording mode. After that I switch back to normal record mode and click on send. Alright, let me show you the same thing here. Click on file, open order. I am opening order number 1. Alright, now click on file, click on fax order. So this is a normal recording mode until this part. Alright, but this signature part I will do with an analog recording mode. To switch to analog recording mode, what you have to do is you have to click on automation where you can see analog recording. Alright, here we have two options, whether you want to use record relative to the screen or record relative to the following window. Okay, first I will choose the record relative to the screen. Alright, let me show what it is. Start analog recording. So when I say relative to the screen, the whole thing, it takes the whole thing, desktop window. Alright, now it is recording all my mouse movements, and when I say my digital signature, see Okay, even though now I move out of this flight reservation application, until I reaches this QTP window, it records all my mouse movements. Alright, after that I need to come back to normal recording mode, where I am clicking on analog recording mode once again, and after that I am clicking on send button. Okay, after that I am stopping my recording session. Okay, so as you can see here, let me go through my presentation once. So the entire operation is stored as a track, then steps. In previous, when it is a normal recording mode, right? So these are the normal recording mode, where if you perform any operation, for each and every operation a statement will be generated. But if you record anything in analog, till this part it is there, right? We have entered the fact number. After that we have switched to analog recording mode, where the entire operation is created with a single step. Okay, and the entire mouse movement is stored in this file. Let me show you that. Let me execute it first and show you how exactly it goes. Run. As you can see, the exact mouse movements are captured here. Alright, see, as you can see, it moves around and until we reach the QTP window. Okay, so that is the advantage of using analog recording mode. Okay, and when I save my test, I can say I'm already having analog. I have saved it. I would like to save my test. Where is it? Come on. Yes, I want to replace it. And when I save my test, where it will store, no, not here, analog. As you can see, we are in the action one, right, where it will store that track. As you can see, analog track list. So analog track list will points to this. When I re-execute it, it will store the entire mouse movements and everything in this dat file, and when this statement is executed, it performs the exact mouse movements. Alright, so that is with respect to the entire screen. Alright, that is what here analog recording can be done either with respect to application window or with respect to the screen. Alright, we have covered with respect to the screen. When I say screen, the entire desktop screen. This option is useful if you have to perform the same operation in more than one application. What does it mean is, for example, say you have two applications where you are drag and drop some object from one window to another window. During that situations, you will use analog recording mode with respect to the screen. Alright, it will fail if the application window moves to a different location. What does it mean is, for example, say I have my application window here, right? For example, if I move this application here, alright, and if I re-execute it, it will fail, because during recording almost the digital signature part is here, but I have moved this application to a different location, right? So it will, even though like when I move this application, even it performs the operation at whatever the location or whatever the XY coordinates it records, right? At that place it will perform. Let me re-execute and show to you. Okay, here what happened was the application window came at this location. Okay, let me debug it and re-execute it once. Okay, what I will do here is I will put a breakpoint. Okay, let me come to till this point. As you can see, now my window came here, right? If I move this window to some different location, it will, earlier it was recorded at this location, say some at this XY coordinate, but now I reposition this to some different location, right? Even though it cannot identify that this object existing here now, it it writes whatever the operation in this location where during whatever the coordinates it recorded, right, it will perform the same operation there. Alright, so let me execute it and show you. See, it is trying to point out here. Alright, so whenever you are recording this, right, with respect to the screen, you need to make sure that the object should be is in the same location, or else the chances is that the script will fail. So as you can see, it doesn't perform in this location. Alright, so that is a like, you know, the script will fail when the application is into a different location. Okay, that is what it means. It will fail if the application window moves to a different location. QTP records all navigation until it reaches to the QTP window. So what does it mean is, when I'm recording, right, so it records until I reaches this QTP. So as you can see, during replay, right, I was moving around here. It also keep tracks of all these mouse movements. Alright, but if you record it in analog recording mode with respect to the application window, even though if you move outside of that application window, it does not record. Let me show you that one as well. Alright, so this is done. Let me show you, let me create a new test here. Alright, I will perform the same operation, but this time with respect to the application window. Open an order. I'm opening order number 1. Alright, after that I am clicking on facts. So here I'm entering the fact number 890. Now I need to switch back to analog recording mode. Alright, where I am choosing this record relative to the following window. Okay, let me point to that window. Now once I click on start analog recording mode, even though my mouse movements are outside of this window, it will not capture all these mouse movements. What it will capture is, once I move my mouse into this fax order number 1 dialog, then only it will capture it. Alright, so now what I will do here is, I will put my digital signature here. UD say hey Y. After that I am coming out of my analog recording mode and clicking on send button. Alright, after that I am stopping my recording. Okay, let's see how this happens now. Now it is ready, and let me re-execute it. Okay, so let me run my script now. Observe careful. Oh, sorry. As you can see, it just captures only the mouse movements which we are performing in this fax order number 1, which doesn't capture any mouse movement outside of this window, right? So okay, when I do with respect to the screen, what it will do is, it will generate a script like desktop.run analog track 1. Okay, when I record it with the application window, what it will do is, it generate a script with window of that run analog of track 1 as displayed here. As you can see, because now we are recording with respect to this fax order number 1 dialog, right? So That is how the entire window name dot run analog is the method, and the track, whatever the mouse movements that are captured, that is stored in a track 1. Alright, so that is what I have mentioned here. In this mode, QTP does not capture any active screen images. So as you can see here, it doesn't record capture any active, sorry, with respect to window, what it will do is, which will captures the active screen of the last operation that we performed. So what does it mean is, this is putting the digital signature is our last step, right? So that is what it will show. But if you are in my previous test, right, where I have demonstrated with respect to the screen which does not save any active screen. So let me open that test here, open my test which I have done, where it doesn't save any active screen information. Alright, where is this? As you can see, it doesn't save any of my active screen, whereas if with respect to the window, which will store the last step that I have performed. Alright, sorry guys, I have messed up something here. Okay, in run analog it doesn't show anything like desktop with respect to the entire screen, right? It doesn't show anything, whereas with respect to the window, it will show you the last operation that whatever you performed. Alright, so that's all about in this analog recording mode, and you need to make, like, just go through these guidelines. Use analog or low level recording when normal recording mode does not accurately record your applications, as I demonstrated, right? In normal recording mode, it doesn't replay properly, but when I switch back to the analog recording mode, it worked properly, right? During such kind of situations only you have to use analog recording mode. Analog recording mode or low level recording requires more discipline than the normal recording mode. Okay, these are the two guidelines that you need to follow when you are working with the analog recording mode. So that's all in this video. Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments about this video. Thank you.